whatever you do, please do not destroy the library.
Oh yeah, we won't do that.
We'll let you know when
I'll be sure of
when
it.
we're done.
Let's burn the library.
Oh, I'll be watching from afar. I'll be looking for billowing smoke out of the windows.
Elora is not part of this group. I'm just kidding.
All right. So I guess you guys make your way back to the sundial, and you guys, follow the hedge maze all the way back to the sundial.
We put our gems in there.
We don't put our gems in there, Goober. We check out the shadows. Put our gems in there.
I thought they said to put the gems on the sundial.
I'm hoping there's
Nope.
3
No.
shadows now.
Nobody said that.
Oh.
There is.
Hey,
were
he said you placed the gems on the sundial.
Yeah. And now when you go back to the sundial, there are 3 sort of, I guess you could say, indentions on the sundial. And the green jade looks like fits. It's sort of like the little kid puzzle thing where you put the star in the star hole and the circle in the circle hole, and that's what it is. Basically, those indentions on the sundial match the 3 gems that you have.
Should we switch them around just to be different?
Put a round peg in a square hole there type areas.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
I was never good at those little kid puzzles. All
We
right,
don't
well,
have
I'm
time to
gonna
experiment, Tiberius. Let's do it the correct way. We can go back and study later.
absolutely. I'm gonna whip out my my bloodstone. That didn't come out right. I'm gonna reveal my bloodstone, and then I'm gonna set it into the bloodstone-shaped slot, and then take a couple steps back.
Okay. You hear sort of like a hissing sound and a little bit of this red smoke from you put the bloodstone in there, so some red mist comes out of the hole.
Oh, huzzah! I
I
turned
did-
everybody. It's working. Do
I
your
do the
gem.
same thing with the pearl.
Okay. And as you put the pearl in, it fits right into the hole perfectly, and white smoke starts to come out of the sundial. And you can hear a small little slight rumbling under your feet. Nothing major, sort of like a vibration. And around the sundial, you can start to see that there is a ring, like a luminescent ring that starts to light up very softly around the sundial.
I think we're supposed to walk into that ring.
No, you're already
Well,
in the
didn't
ring.
mention teleporters.
Everybody is already in the ring because it goes around the entire sundial. Lynx, what's up, buddy? Good to see everybody. Holy crap. Good to see everybody.
Well, I guess nobody knows what's going on. I'm gonna look at Shrump. What's he doing?
Waiting to see what you lot are doing.
I guess I'm gonna go into that.
Come stand with us.
Yeah,
We don't want to
absolutely.
split up whatever happens.
Yeah, let's all stand together.
Yeah, I walk over there and we're all standing there in the middle. And then right when it's about to activate, I push Tiberius out.
No.
I do like that.
Sink or swim!
Alright, so...
So I don't. Is there a map looking at, or is this?
No.
Is this? In
No,
our
it's
mind's
just
eye?
that, yeah, we're just kind of, we're just basically theater of mining. I mean, I can pull up the, if
No,
you
no, that's
guys
fine.
need
I
the
just know there was a
sundial
map
yeah.
was on already, and I moved my guy in the center just on the off chance that something didn't load. But I'm cool.
No, we're just kind of doing this theater of mind style.
So I'm definitely in the center. I'm gonna watch the lights kind of dance in a circle around us.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
getting ready to get teleported.
yeah, white smoke is sort of coming out of the slot where Widow had put the pearl and where you had put the bloodstone. There's a little bit of red mist coming out, and there is and the runes on the ground are consisting of white and red colors, kind of intertwining with one another, making all of these designs. And there's actually an outline that doesn't have any color at all, and
Bay,
nothing.
you should probably put that in there. Put your greenstone in there.
Okay, I'll put it in.
Okay, and as that happens, some green mist comes out of the sundial. On the ground, the symbols start to light up green, white, and red. Everything is intertwining with one another, and then all of a sudden, everybody has this sensation come over them, and all you can see is stars streaking past you for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then you appear in a circle room.
I instinctively hold my breath, Dave. I just
Okay.
need you to know that.
You are holding your breath. You are starving for air after it seems like an eternity had gone by ever since you had teleported. So you are in a large chamber, and this is a circular room, which is kind of weird because the tower was definitely a square tower. It wasn't a circular tower. Now, this room is brightly lit, and on the walls there's all kinds of exotic geometric designs representing feathers, birds, snakes, all kinds of large creatures that you've seen, and they're all glowing the different colors from the gems. And on one side of the room, there is a corpse, basically a humanoid that is face down, sprawled out, and you can see a pool of blood around this body.
Dave, I'm gonna approach that and I'm gonna use my medicine skill
Okay.
and kind of affect how long this person's been dead. Is that blood like congealed? Is this corpse atrophied? Is
It
he
is
have
a
rigor
little
mortis?
bit. It is a little bit. The body's still a little warm. It's not. Rigor mortis hasn't fully set in.
Well, is there a chance for me to stay the dying, or here maybe I can? Oh, I can speak with dead. I think with this guy. Let me just double check.
Maybe you can revive him.
Yeah, that's why I was. Is there a way that I can revive him?
Yeah, you check. I'm not even going to make you do a medicine
I can
check
preserve
for
life,
this, but
so
yeah,
cantrip.
the person is definitely dead. I mean, probably the person probably lost too much blood to begin with. I mean, there is a massive pool of blood around this person. And also you can see above you, to the right and to the left, about 8 feet above you, and above the floor, there's a couple balconies. And you could probably get to them by climbing, because there's some decorative banners hanging off of them. So
That's the things to the sides there, balconies.
yeah, at the very bottom,
Okay, I was
yeah,
gonna
the
ask
two
about that,
the
yeah.
two big boobs there, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they those
I
are
thought
balconies.
it was just a fat guy's underpants.
Yeah, those are yeah, those are definitely balconies. You don't see anyone up on the balconies, but they're about, like I said, they're about 8 feet, 10 feet above this the floor.
So I'm gonna reach back to everybody and tell them this guy's been dead for a few hours. We could talk to him if we need to, or we can look
Yeah,
around. What do you guys want to do?
Definitely dead, that's for sure.
Well, don't waste any of your strength on him yet. Let's look around first. We can come back to him if
Absolutely.
we need to.
I agree.
He's not going anywhere, right?
God, I hope not. I guess I could turn him into a zombie and he can just follow us. Any way you want to handle it, this is good.
Well, as a scholar, first thing I want to do is check out all this. I guess those are bookcases or shelves or some sorts across the room.
Yeah, these the shelves to the north, they're basically jugs and clay pots that actually have labels. And
Oh snap!
yeah, they have labels of alchemic ingredients. Like sagewort and jasper. And you kind of open up one of the containers, and it seems like everything is just ruined, and it's basically just old. I mean,
So there's a bunch of old stuff, huh?
yeah. As
So
it
nothing here I
as it
could find
appears,
that to be useful for
you could.
anything.
I'm sure you could probably search through this stuff. Maybe you might be able to maybe
Oh yeah, I'm
find
definitely
something.
going to search through it.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
All right.
Don't eat old sage wort. It's not good for your liver.
Yeah, and the table in the middle of the room there are some cups, but there's like a half-inch thick layer of dust, so there's really nothing that's been done here in this room. No footprint. There's a couple there. I will say that there are a couple footprints, but not too many. All right, so nice perception check there, Vay. Yeah, you're actually able to find. Yeah, you could find some. You find some herbs that will actually prepare some greater healing potions. You probably find enough to make 5 greater healing potions.
Okay.
So if you find an alchemist back in town, we'll say that you can just pay maybe 33% of what it would normally cost for a potion, and you supply the materials, and they'll create the potions for you. How about that?
Okay. How many did you say?
You can make. There's enough to make 5 potions.
Yeah,
You've
5
done
greater.
basic, yeah. You've done basic alchemical stuff before, but
Yeah,
nothing.
I'll put that on my
Yeah,
inventory.
nothing of this magnitude. This is a nice little score for you.
Well, I'm sitting down in front of the table while Vay was looking around, and I'm running my finger through the half-inch of dust.
Oh yeah,
Just
you're
tisk,
literally
tisk.
covered in dust from sitting down in the chair and whatnot. You have, yeah, you're kind
I'll
of
stand
sitting
up
in a dust cloud.
Careful, Tiberius. That's dusty.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to stand up and just pat myself and let the cloud of dust just billow off me like Pigpen.
I like it.
But I don't see anything else on the table, or the chairs aren't like tipped over. I'd like to look around a little bit. You
Yeah,
talked
let's
about
check
there
out
was. Yeah, go
These
ahead.
marks on the wall, don't you think, Tiberius?
Absolutely, that's where I was going. It's like a snake, and you said there are some other animals, but
Yeah,
you said
birds
they're
and
in.
stuff.
Yeah, they're in different
Yeah.
shapes, all
Eagles.
mishmash. Is there any kind of pattern or anything to it?
No, it just looks totally random. Now on the teleport, do you guys remember what Zhao had told you?
Don't drink the tea.
What part? I said a lot. I said the only way to get around this tower is with the teleporters.
Yeah, exactly, because you see no stairs. Usually, you've been in many of towers before, Vay, and you see no hallways that go out to a circular flight of stairs that follow the tower up. There's nothing here except for the teleporting pad where you had come in from.
Shrump or Widow, you think you could check out those balconies up there, maybe?
Yeah, sure, if you like.
Yeah, how are you going to get up there?
Shrump, you can
How tall is it up there, Dave?
like I was
Said
yeah
8 or 10 feet.
yeah like I was saying, about 8-10 feet up. There's some nice decorative banners that are hanging off of the bottom. Shouldn't be too difficult for
Yeah, just
a
spider
strapping young
yourself
orc
up there.
lad like Shrump Ladong. He could probably get up pretty easily.
Only
Now-
12 rolls.
On the teleporting pad, there is on the wall behind the pad, there is like a metal plate that is engraved into the wall. Now, there are 3 symbols on this pad. One of them is the symbol of a chair, and the chair is on pretty much the left-hand side, and it is got like a very low glow to it. It's got like a white glow to it. And then there are a couple symbols to the right. It looks like there are 2 more chairs on the right of this.
Guess that's just the tower's way of warning us to be cheerful.
Mm-hmm.
So, Misty, do you want me to give you a boost up to the balcony?
Sure, why not? You think
Yeah.
you can handle it?
I position, I cup my hands and give Misty the nod to run and jump in, and I'll catch her foot and boost her over the edge.
Okay. You get her
But
flung
it'll-
up onto the balcony. Yeah, no, I'm not going to make you do
Okay.
any check. Yeah, it's a balcony, and there's no exits to the balcony. It's kind of weird. There's a few chairs up there, very nice soft chairs like there are around this table. A small little stand, but nothing out of the ordinary. Just a couple of balconies.
It's
Well,
all pretty
that
dusty
balcony
in
was
here,
right.
Dave, you say. Is there any tracks on the ground other than ours?
There's a couple, but they were basically by the teleporting pad. Definitely by the teleporting pad.
Anything that led over to that guy is on the ground.
There are there are some steps that go over towards the corpse. Let me see if I have a. That's what I need to do. I
One
need
set
to
or
do
two
some.
set?
One set, 2 sets. The person, and it appears that there are some other prints as well because the
Okay,
dust
so
is so
probably didn't
thick
kill
in here.
himself.
Yeah, the corpse is so thick in here, and like Tiberius had done his medicine check, he was able to determine that the corpse was definitely dead. Now, did you do anything else, Tiberius, with your medicine check?
Well, I mean, I was checking the congealment of the blood, and I was kind of poking around on the corpse. I was trying to figure out how long he's been dead and how he was killed.
Okay, sure. Give me a medicine check inside the tower, and I put a token down here on the right-hand side just to indicate that that's where the corpse is at.
Okay,
Hi,
I'll
corpse.
do a medicine check.
Okay.
Give me a sec. I gotta go to medicine. It's hard because it's in alphabetical order,
No problem.
and I have to sing the song.
It's an M if you need to.
I have
right
to
in the
sing
middle
the
of the
song to find out
yeah.
where it goes with all the other ones.
Right in the middle of the alphabet. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
And there was prints in the dust,
Yeah. There.
right? So
It looks like
I
there
got
was
it.
a sort of like a. I would say that looks like that there's a struggle. There are some footprints that are kind of streaked, as maybe there was a scuffle involved. And on the wall, looks like there's a lot of dust on the wall, but there's a couple clean spots on the wall where probably the corpse might have been thrown up against the wall. And with your check, the only thing that you can tell, you can definitely tell that this person was killed by a puncture wound, several different puncture wounds in the stomach and abdomen area.
And are these puncture wounds animal in nature, like they're ragged and rough,
No.
or do they look like they've
Weapon.
been done weapon?
Yeah, definitely by a weapon, for sure.
All right, I'm going to relay that off to the rest of the team. This guy's been dead for a couple of hours, and he's obviously been shot by
Female.
something. This
She.
girl's been dead for.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to see if she had a vagina. That was part of my check.
No, you
I just
kind
didn't.
of
I didn't want to say that, Dave. I don't like to say I check for penises.
no. Like I was saying, the body was sprawled out, face down. You turn the corpse over, and you found out that this body is actually a female. This
And a
person is
humanoid?
female.
Did you say?
Definitely a human.
Okay,
It looks like
Yeah.
someone's trying to get all the blood out of her.
that's exactly right. And looks like they did a terrible job. It's all over the place.
Well, I mean, it's out.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, they win. It's out of her. Why don't we just search her body real fast, Dave? Maybe she has a gem that we could use, or I'm gonna do it all noble like.
A vagina check. Oh my god. I check for penises. Jesus. No.
Is there a role for that?
I-
I think that's a skill.
I do that every morning.
That's right. Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
Thank
it's
God.
not
There it is.
There it is.
Luckily, I only ever find the one that's in my bed in the morning, so that's good.
Luckily, it's in his bed, so that's the good news. So I'm looking around, Dave. What items does she have on her? And does she have like a armor, cloth armor? What are we looking at?
Yeah, she's got robes. There's just a basic staff, like a quarterstaff. Nothing of value, nothing like that. Just the robes that she has on, some clothing under the robes, and just like a pendant that has the symbol of the cult.
The symbol of the cult. Which cult?
The cult of the dragon.
Cult of the dragon. Okay, making sure. Hold on, I have to call Misty.
Tiberius, I think we take these things. How badly ruined are the robes? Are they all bloody?
No, the robes are. They've definitely got quite a bit of blood because she was basically, laying face down in a pool of blood. So, yeah,
they're pretty bad.
Yeah, the robes are
But you
pretty
could probably
nasty.
wear it backwards if you needed to.
Well, we can take these robes. I could probably clean them later.
I'll
They
be
may
right
have to
back,
be
guys.
useful.
I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, they can definitely be clean. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the pendant too.
Yeah, definitely the pendant.
That might
Actually,
get us in somewhere.
I'm thinking one of us should probably wear this Cult of the Dragon pendant. Probably the leader of the group, which I'm assuming is always me. So, yeah, let me have that pendant. I'm going to go ahead and wear it.
I
And if
love
anybody
it.
asks, we're the Cult of the Dragon. And I've got this dragon pendant to prove it. So I'm going to put that pendant around my neck. I'll kind of snatch it from Vey as she was inspecting it, but I'll grab it off that corpse and put it around my neck. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else in this room.
I like
mean,
how he
it's kind of
says,
odd
"Oh, he's the
that it's a
leader."
round
I like
room.
it.
There's
I
no
love it.
doors, right?
No.
So there's probably no doors in this entire area. We get around by teleporting, not just that there's no stairs, but I don't even see any doors. But I have no idea what the use of this room would be. Maybe it's so people can watch other people eat, but I haven't the foggiest why that would be
Apparently
necessary.
it's for bloodletting.
Maybe an audience chamber. Maybe an audience chamber. Maybe a chamber where alchemical items were created. Maybe potions. I mean, there's no huge distilleries in here. Nothing. Just basically, old ingredients that are just no good anymore. Just from being, sitting there for 100 years.
Okay. And actually, that is something I want to ask Vey. So as she looked at some of these chemicals, and these chemicals were old, can she get an idea of how long these chemicals have been sitting in here? Has this room been ancient for 100 years and then this dead body's new? Or is this room and those chemicals new?
Can I tell a date on these herbs and such over here?
Yeah, there's no dates, but you would know that it will take a long time for those things to basically disintegrate into nothing. And that's pretty much what's happened. A
Yeah,
lot
this
of
stuff's pretty old, the berries.
the like the sulfate powders, the bone powders, and the dragon bone powder. All that stuff is basically like a mushy paste now, and it's
Okay.
definitely not supposed to be that way.
All right,
Basically,
so
everything is ruined. She was able to salvage
Yeah.
a couple roots to make some greater potions, but that was about it.
Yeah, Tiberius, I got some roots.
All right, let's do some.
Mhm.
No, I'm just joking. Okay, so I think we've got. I think we pretty much got an answer on this room. I mean, it's super old. It's old. Obviously, there's a battle somewhere, and this body's new, so we better be careful as we move forward. I could speak with the dead now. Ask this guy who he is. See if we can talk to him. Ask this person, this girl. What do you guys think?
Could
Is
do
it worth
that.
it?
I like it.
I think that would be a great idea.
Oh, okay. So Dave, I'm gonna walk over to that body,
Sure.
and I know I feel kind of bad because we kind of just defiled it, flipping it over, stealing all the stuff out of it.
Rolling it around in the
To,
blood pool, the semi-coagulated
Yeah,
blood
and
pool.
the cavity
exactly.
checks.
Yeah, the cavity checks. Oh, vagina, we're good to go. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and start my spell, and I'll draw a circle around the body, and I'll start doing some chanting.
A chalk outline.
That's right. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, exactly. I think they died. Suddenly a CSI version, but now I want to go ahead and try to focus and channel her soul from beyond to be speaking out through her voice.
So
While
how
he's
long is
doing that, I'm gonna
Sure.
do a ritual for detect magic.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So, Vey, you're starting to do your preparations for a detect magic ritual. 10 minutes. How long does it take for you to perform your speak with the dead, Tiberius?
Yeah, give me a sec. It should take me 10 minutes as well. It takes me a bit of time.
Because it can be
And,
done as a ritual too, also, I think, right?
It doesn't say ritual. It just says it takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
I have to burn some incense normally, if I use materials. But in this time, I'm just praying for the soul of the body to speak through the corpse.
Oh, I like it. I love it when you go into the details like that. I like it.
When no one's looking, I'm gonna grab her boob, Dave. How's that for a detail? It's a necromancy spell, so
You gotta fulfill that
Check your
necromancy.
piercings.
Right?
Could
Oh,
be valuable stuff there. Yeah.
oh my
it's
god.
important information. So I think everybody should realize from the last 2 times that we've done this Speak with the Dead, I need everybody to know that we can only ask this corpse 5 questions. That's basically 1 question each. So come up with a good question that you want to ask this corpse once we channel its spirit from the other world. So I'm doing my thing, Dave. I think I'm almost done. You're not gonna make me really wait 10 minutes, are you?
Sure. No. Vey, we'll kind of do Vey first. Now,
Alright.
nothing
do
glows. Yeah, we'll do you first. Nothing glows of magic except for the teleportation pad. That is magical, and that whole steel plate that is up on the wall. It is definitely magical because it is pretty much it looks like this has the most magic. It is not only the pad, but this magical steel plate, and it's actually a pretty big plate, I would say, and it's engraved into the wall. It's probably about a 1.5 feet wide, maybe a foot tall, and there's a lot of space. And there's like I said, there's a single chair symbol that's lit up, and then there's a double chair symbol that is kind of it's not lit up, but you can see it. It's like a rune that's on the steel plate, and then the rest of the plate is blank. And these 2 symbols are basically in the top left-hand corner of the steel plate.
What were the symbols again, Dave?
A chair
A double chair.
and 2 chairs. Yep.
And nothing on the lady missing her blood.
Talking about the ritual?
Yeah. Or detect magic.
No, nothing on her. No,
Nothing magic on her.
no. She just
Oh,
had
Dave.
the cultist regalia, and she had the pendant with the symbol of the cult of the dragon.
I found nothing, Tiberius. Are you done yet? Oh my god.
I'm almost done, and you can tell because the chalk circle and the runes that I drew around the body are starting to faintly glow. So I'm gonna drag, get close to her. I'm gonna motion for everybody to come over. I'm gonna get close to her mouth, and I'm assuming since this is like a disembodied echoing voice from beyond, that it'll be pretty loud, even though her face is gonna work kind of like a ventriloquist dummy.
Who Who has disturbed me?
I'm asking the questions here.
And you can see that, the eyes of the corpse open.